Highly intelligent people often struggle with something most people never even notice. Not money, not status, not even loneliness. Something far more unsettling. Because sometimes awareness itself becomes a curse. It's not arrogance. That's what people assume. When someone questions everything, observes everything, and refuses to blindly follow the crowd, the world quickly labels them as difficult, arrogant, or disconnected. But the truth is far more disturbing. Once the mind begins noticing certain patterns, it can never return to ignorance again. It's like waking up in the middle of a dream and realizing the entire story was never real. And once that realization appears, sleep becomes impossible. At first, awareness feels empowering. You begin noticing details others ignore, subtle changes in tone during conversations, micro-expressions hidden behind polite smiles, small contradictions between what people say and what they truly feel. It almost feels like discovering a hidden layer of reality, like learning a secret language everyone is speaking unconsciously. But something slowly changes, because awareness does not stop growing. It expands, and every new layer of perception quietly removes another comforting illusion. Society claims to admire intelligence. Schools reward it, companies search for it, books celebrate it. But something strange happens when intelligence begins questioning the system itself. Admiration quietly transforms into discomfort, because society does not truly reward thinkers. It rewards stability. It rewards individuals who understand the rules and continue playing the game. The moment someone begins questioning the rules themselves, the room becomes quiet, uncomfortably quiet. Eventually, awareness reveals something unsettling. Human behavior begins to resemble theater, people performing roles they rarely question: the confident one, the rebel, the victim, the intellectual, the successful one. And the performance is so convincing that most actors forget they're acting. But the highly aware mind begins noticing the script: predictable emotional reactions, hidden competitions for status, subtle psychological negotiations happening beneath ordinary conversations. And once you see the script, the illusion begins to weaken. Human beings rely heavily on something called mirror neurons. These neurons help us synchronize with others. We laugh when others laugh. We panic when others panic. We adopt emotions that do not even belong to us. This unconscious synchronization is what creates social harmony. But highly aware individuals often interrupt this automatic process. Instead of synchronizing, they observe. Instead of reacting, they analyze. And this observation creates distance, a quiet, psychological distance. This is where the strange feeling begins. Not loneliness in the traditional sense, but cognitive distance. You start noticing motivations others ignore, insecurity hiding behind confidence, competition hiding behind friendliness, power struggles hidden inside casual conversations. Suddenly, social life feels different, less spontaneous, more mechanical. You begin seeing the gears behind human behavior, and once those gears become visible, the magic disappears. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche noticed this phenomenon long ago. He believed most people do not truly seek truth, they seek comfort. Truth is disruptive. Truth dismantles illusions. Truth removes psychological safety nets, and without those illusions, many people feel lost. So societies naturally construct narratives that protect stability, traditions, beliefs, moral frameworks, not always because they are true, but because they are useful. As awareness deepens, simplistic explanations stop working. Reality becomes complex. Motives become layered. Even kindness may contain self-interest. Even cruelty may contain hidden pain. Psychologist Carl Jung described this confrontation as meeting the shadow, the realization that human nature contains contradictions. And once someone sees this clearly, naive certainty disappears forever. Highly aware minds begin noticing patterns everywhere, across relationships, across history, across entire civilizations. The same fears repeating, the same ambitions repeating, the same fragile egos repeating. Different centuries, different cultures, different costumes, but often the same psychological forces. And this realization raises a disturbing question. Is humanity evolving or simply repeating itself? Here lies the paradox of intelligence. More intelligence does not always simplify life. Sometimes it complicates it. The average mind simplifies decisions. The analytical mind multiplies them. A simple decision becomes 10 possibilities, then 20, then the long-term consequences of each option. Suddenly, ordinary choices become exhausting. The mind becomes a machine that never stops analyzing. Modern culture promotes a powerful belief that positivity solves everything. Just stay positive, don't overthink, trust the process. But awareness refuses slogans. It keeps asking uncomfortable questions. Why do people sabotage their own happiness? Why do societies repeat the same mistakes? Why do individuals chase approval from people they secretly dislike? And with each deeper question, the world becomes more complex. Nietzsche warned about a psychological danger. Extreme awareness can lead to nihilism, the belief that nothing truly matters. If every belief is questioned, every tradition dismantled, every system examined, then meaning itself begins to dissolve. This is what Nietzsche called the abyss. And he warned that staring too long into the abyss can be dangerous, because eventually the abyss begins staring back. But Nietzsche did not see awareness as purely destructive. He saw it as the beginning of freedom. Because once illusions collapse, something radical becomes possible: self-creation. Instead of inheriting meaning, you create it. Instead of accepting values, you design them. But this freedom is terrifying, because creating meaning requires responsibility, and responsibility requires courage. Most people never reach this stage, not because they lack intelligence, but because questioning reality requires psychological strength. It means standing mentally alone, rejecting comforting narratives, building meaning without borrowed beliefs. Nietzsche believed the rare individual capable of doing this could become something extraordinary, someone who does not simply inherit reality, but reshapes it. So perhaps awareness is both a curse and a gift. The same awareness that can see the illusions of the world also has the power to transcend them. The same awareness that creates loneliness can create independence. And the same intelligence that separates you from the crowd may also free you from it. So the real question isn't whether awareness is a curse. The real question is this: what will you do with it?